Why?
Right, first stream. Let's get at this. Right. So for the 0 people watching, if you're watching this back, it's because I'm recording this for my Unit 13, so my final project. And I'm using this as a platform to do that. So now all I'll be doing is I'll be recording a song I was working on recently with a friend of mine, Stray, producing. And we'll be doing a lo-fi track because that's my thing as a musician, is a lot of lo-fi, and this will go towards, hopefully this will go towards my final project and my album, which should be coming out in July. Hi Toby, how are you doing? I didn't expect to see a friendly face so soon. Right, well, to start, so we start with a clear plate, but all I've done is I've worked out my chord progression, and I've got a kind of grasp on my bass line that I'm going to be using, as that's kind of what I've been focusing on today. I've been working with, as I said, I've been working with Stray, and they've helped kind of understand the bass line that I want to go for. So I'm starting with these keys called Memoir Piano by Audio Ollie, and it sounds lovely. So I'm going to now record that. This progression's between A minor and G major, using that F as a sort of weird, so it's like a nice merge of the two, which is always quite nice in a progression. But I'll be recording that now. If there's any audio issues, just let me know and I'll fix them, but at the moment I will be recording the progression in A minor to start. So I'm doing that now, and more of it will come. So that's the progression we'll be working with. This progression goes from A minor 9, which is this one, A minor 9, to F minor 9, to an F sharp 7, to an F sharp sus flat 6, I believe, or something around that area, which is to add some more tension and variety to the progression, which is always quite nice, especially with something as repetitious. Something as repetitive as lo-fi, which is it's kind of its thing. But now what I'm doing here is I'm just getting these all in front of the line. So it means if it's going to groove, it would be, instead of it being too quick, it will be back on the beat, which is kind of what I'm looking for. Sorry. So, right. That's the progression. time to just clean it up a tad, bring that down. So that's what we're working to with today, and I'm hoping to at least get the bass line and drums started at least and sketched out. So we're going to loop that, and we'll probably have that maybe twice, and maybe twice, we'll do twice for now, and we'll change it from there. But from here, I'm going to get the bass notes. So we are using the A to F to F sharp to F sharp again, and from there we're going to try and create a bass line. I'm going to stick with a very root note sort of feel, because that's the nicest note for the bass. So you'll stick with the root when it's nice and easy. So now I'm going to look through the bass. I'm probably going to go, this is like 90% of what I do, is just find the right bass. For now, I'm going to use one of my plugins that I normally use for my bass, which is now hidden because I do not look after this plugin enough. Right, so for this we're going to go back to the upright bass and just do some processes on it. We'll come back to it later, but for now this will have to do just so I can get the idea in my head. So this is too low down. That'd be quite fun. That's too low. Right, let's solo this so I can get a good concept. Right, cool, it's playing, it's just not loud enough. Right. Yeah, that's too low. Stick with this for now. We can always move it. And we want to try and get some movement there. So, because we're going from this progression A, F, F sharp, F sharp, we don't want to use that same note twice, because I feel like that's going to completely. Oh, sorry. I think it's going to be a bit more boring than it could be. Whereas if we do a little movement, I'm going to try this. It could be quite nice to have some movement coming up to it. Yeah, there you go. And then within context of the chords, so that we can, yeah, let's do that. So that means we have one that repeats and one that has a little walk up. Okay. Yeah. And that's why I don't like that bass. Let's change that. So none of them are particularly what I'm looking for. There's an exact bass that I would be very happy to use. Bass is always the thing that takes me the longest, I feel, because it's just, there is so much you can do. There you go, I found it. Let's see how that sounds. There you go, more bass, sort of electric guitar. For now it's going to stay like that, but I might end up recording it live to kind of get some more movement in there. But I'm happy with that. It goes down to that. I don't know if them notes are actually playing because it might be too low for the bass. Yeah, they're not playing. So what I'm going to do is bring them up the octave. There you go. That's quite nice actually. Down to the F sharp. Down to the A. Right, lovely. I'm happy with that bass. And so now we have a good bass line to work from. And for now, I'm going to start. I'm now going to work towards the drums and see if I can get them sounding how I'd like. Yeah, I'm very happy with that bass line with that. That is a nice sound. Oh, that didn't loop properly. go. And probably need to do the same with the bass. Oh no, because I cut it down earlier. Right, lovely. So that'll sound like this. Drums now, and I'm going to do each drum separately. So we'll have all of these to start all be drums. So if I group them all together and group the tracks, ooh, okay, something's wrong. I will fix that in a second. If I check this. Right. That's the movement. Oh. Right, let's just give it a second to calm down, because that rings out for too long. So, start from here. I'm happy with that. Happy with that. Like that. Oh yeah, sorry, I will switch over to my other camera. So if I switch to this one, there you go. Now you can see actually what I'm doing. Sorry, I forgot to flip that. See, brand new to this. Right. There you go, I'm happy with that. Oh, there's the problem. Okay, right. Problem found. That needs to be when it starts. But right. Right. Okay. That needs to land there. Meaning this is going to be fun to fix. If I go and do that, it will loop that, which means it will just stick to them too. Which means the cuts are still in the wrong place. Okay, I've cut the bass line too early. A, F, F, F. That's 2 bars. Okay, that's 2 bars. That might not be. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 5. That's why. 2, 3, 4. There you go. That should line up. There you go. And that should be better. Okay, so let's make these all a pretty color because that just makes life happier. Let's go for cyan for the drums. There you go. Let's make this the yellow so I know which one's which. Okay, we got bass. We got the right time to work towards the drums. And so for that I use my sample library here, or pack of like one hits, etc. So I'll be using the one shots for today, and I think I'll be using, I need to look through and find a kick that I'm happy with using. I'm happy with that one. Let's do that. Open that up and I drag it into the bottom here, which will open up the sampler, where I can now choose the pitch of the kick. So if I start looping it, just so I can get the pattern that I want. I'm not happy with that bass. If that's the G. No, I'm not happy with that kick. Let's go back to this one. Okay. if I do that, we'll start with a kick on 1. If we start the drums after 2 loops of the chords, so it'll be all 1. So chords for 1, then bass, so like this. Okay, nice. Right, I've already got an idea for the drums in my head. Cool. The sound of that so far. I'm hoping you could hear that the whole time. Fingers are crossed, because I've just changed something, and I think that might have meant you couldn't have heard it. We'll find out. There you go, that's much better. Right. If I then get a snare, so I can start working the snares through. I don't use this. I might use. Do I use a snare? Yeah. So I'm going to use a snare that I've made. Well, I played, and I'm going to quickly just edit it down to get the sound I want. But this snare I made, well, not made. I recorded. It's for a Tom Misch beat that I covered. Okay, cool. Thank you. Less worry now. Thank you, Toby. But so this snare was just from me playing, but there was a nice buzz that I really like. So that's what it normally is, this about here, this C. But I probably will detune it down to maybe detune it a bit and just see what I can do with it. Because it's always quite nice to mess around with it and just get the sound that I want. But for now, I'm going to work towards my snare and get the right tone. So if we go from here, okay. This lasts longer. That's why I didn't like it. The snare doesn't last long enough. You need to find the right project for that snare, but still, for now, let's use some percussion actually. Let's go with this one. I like that. We can always layer in more later. So. This is the fun part. It's always trying to find the right sound. Unless I go like a break from here. That the second break could be quite interesting to use. If I detune that down. Right, okay, I'm happy with that. I just need to do some EQing to it. So if I do that now, fix some other frequencies. Okay, nice. Right, done. And then if I get on E. Right, nice. I'm liking this already. For now, let's just put these in to see what I think. So if I keep that, if I name that what, toy snap, just so I know what that is, so later on I can layer it in. For now, I'm happy with it. For now, I think that's gonna have to sit in the background because I'm not convinced that that's gonna be not convinced it's gonna be suitable for the whole track. So, right, that one can go to the bottom of the stack, and we'll work on the snare now. We'll put the rain in later. Drum shots, right, lovely. I haven't actually looked in this pack, so this could be wonderful. None of them are. Oh, that kick was not. Why am I happy with my kick? If I double it up, yeah. Yep. I've already decided. I'm gonna double it up now, so it means the kick's a bit thicker, so it'll be like more. Instead of it just being this sort of thin sound. By doing that, I can double it up and get more texture from it, which would be quite nice. So now I'm going to look towards maybe a clap, maybe? Yeah, let's go back to snares. Oh yeah, we can go like, do that and then pitch it down afterwards. So if I drag that up, drag that out of the way for now. Oh shoot. Okay, that's pitched down too much. Do this one and get this how that feels. Right. If I add some okay, I'm happy with that. I feel like if I right, cool. And then if I layer that up, how will that sound later on? Okay, I love that. Okay, so cool. Right, if we start adding some locators just to kind of allow, like to make it easier for me later on. So we're going to call this one intro. And we're going to call that, we're going to use intro like a verse. Or it's not a verse, but we're going to call it a verse for now. Just to help me kind of understand what each section is. So if that's got the verse, that's going to have that. And then, so the drums, I feel like should stay like that for a lot of it. For maybe 2 or 3 bars, or 2 or 3 repetitions, and just kind of keep going like that. This is the question. This is a lot of creative choices. So if I do that, it'll be like more of a subtle. Okay, I like that. A more subtle change, but one that I think suits. So then if we do that, actually I need to make it all loop first. So if I loop that whole thing, so that's now looping, so I should be able to just drag that out. There you go. Okay, that's slightly, there you go. Okay, issue solved. And if that loops, also, oh, where it loops to, being there, that will also loop until I do any final changes. But for now, this is just to get a general grasp of what I want the song to sound like. I just noticed it was peaking a bit, so if it still sounds okay, just let me know. It might be a bit quieter. If you just stop it from hurting your ears or any of that. It's interesting, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think I like it. It feels quieter in the mix. Section, B section, and a recall instead. So yeah, we're going to call it an A section for now, and then go into a B section, where we're going to slightly change the chords, and see what I can do differently there. Cool, I thought it was a bit distorted, so if it still sounds okay, that's good news. So, from here, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the piano over from earlier, but we're going to see what we can do with the voicings. So from here, the chords, the cool thing about this chord is that's the chord, right? So you have a ninth chord in this cool voicing. So you have, let's go back to piano so you can see me my hands when I do it. So when we're playing, we've got this piano here, right? We're playing this A. We're playing it like this. So you see where you've got an A here, A, oh sorry, A here, B, C, E, G. So you have that lovely chord sound. But what you can do is actually move to that voicing. So what I'll be doing, I think I might go through and change all the voicings. So what I could do is have that move to that. So a really nice voice leading. I didn't notice that voice leading, but it's lovely. So I'll go from a so with that last voicing, because we've got that, and we want to go to maybe even we can go to which adds some more distance, which is quite nice. Oh, thank you, Toby. That's sweet. So yeah, I think if we change it to that voicing, which is a bit more dissonant, a bit more, I don't know, let's call it spicy for now, just because that's what everyone calls it. So, what we'll be playing is this, I believe. Let's see if I can remember it now, actually, because if we're playing that, we'll be bringing it down, so we're going. Yeah, that's quite nice. So I'm gonna re-record that from here, just so I have it live. So it gives it it gives it nicer movement and some more sound. Okay. Yeah, but don't take everything I do as gospel, because I forgot to put the metronome on. 1, 2. Okay, right. I'm happy with these chords. I missed 1 or 2 notes, but I can go in and fill in any of the gaps. Okay. Right, they're all now. That's a bit too far away from the line. If I do that, just go like there. Okay, we're going to go through now and just make sure everything's on the line or close enough, because we don't want to take out all the human aspects. So like any errors, we want to leave a few, because it will keep some of the sound, and it's very nice to have that sort of almost human aspect, because when you quantize it too much, which is, so there's an option here called quantizing, where what that does is it stretches and pulls the tracks. Sorry, I've just realized I haven't switched back to Ableton. There you go, we're back to the computer. But what it does is it stretches it, not stretches it, sorry, it pulls it into place. So you see this isn't on the line. What it would do, so if I quantize that, right, it wasn't a very strong quantize. So if I quantize that at 100%, I put it to current grid, it's going to drag it all to there, look. See where it dragged it all into line? It means it's perfectly on time, which isn't what we particularly want. Because having some feel is really nice, because that's how you create grooves, is not incorrect time, but having a different like vibe to it, if that makes sense. It's off the beat enough, but not too much that it changes it too much, if that makes any sense. I've not described that well, but I digress. Okay, right. So I now need to make sure that, why isn't it? Okay. It's not perfectly in line. Oh, 4 chords. 4 chords. Why is that doing that? Oh, I've just stretched it too far, I think. No, because it should end there. It shouldn't be starting this soon. Right. To solve that, we're just going to do this instead. Small work, but it's fine. So it's very subtle, but it's enough of a change that it will keep the listener interested. Because you have a difference. It's not much of a difference. Same chord, but at the end of the day, it's different enough that it's easy to notice. Okay, I see what's happened here. I'll cut that off too early. Because the intros, I've just kind of, oh, okay, yeah, I see what I've done now. So I'm going to move this all over just a single. There you go. There's an intro now, so it'll sound properly now, because I missed the first chord. Oh wait, no, I didn't miss the first chord. It's just looped wrong. Oh, there you go. Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy. Right, let's go back to the beginning. Let's move everything back again. It happens. It happens. So still in place. So intro section. Right. Okay. There's something wrong with this as well. Where does it start? So that's A, H. Right. So that's the A, G, F, A, F, G. That's one bar. So, okay, this first chord has an A, F, and that's the run over the bar, because that's going over the bar, I think, which is the issue. No, that shouldn't be the issue, because that's the F, F, A. F, F sharp, F sharp, A, F, F sharp, F sharp. Why is that A coming in so soon? I think I know the issue. I think it's because I messed it up earlier. Okay. To solve this, we're going to move that to the side and try again with a piano that's actually fully together. Okay, right. A, F, F sharp. Okay, no we're not. That's a lot of work that's already happened. So let's go back to this. Problem numero uno. Okay, so that would be in line here. I think it's the chord progression in general. I don't know what I've done wrong. So, okay, let's go back to the beginning and just listen to. 3, 4. Let's see what I've done wrong. 4. Forgot the last chord. Now I'm the silly one. There's that chord progression. A, F, F sharp, F sharp. And then that should be when it ends. Okay, I put it for 1 too many. Okay, that makes sense. Right, cool. So now the bass is all lined up. What I will do here, I will make it so the bass joins halfway through this bar. So it means it still loops correctly. Yeah, so it should do. Yeah, cool. So it'll sound like this. Oh, sorry, I forgot to stick out. Let's go from here. Okay, yeah, that needs to come across, because that needs to finish. Okay, that's the next loop, so all these can move across that way, semis. Okay, from here, what I might do is put them up the octave. So, okay, let's stop the audio, because it's all issues. Because of the samples I'm using, they will all sustain when I drag them up till let go. So from that, let's stop that. So then we'll have this. Okay, that's going to go up the octave. And because it's a different progression, it's the same progression but with a different voicing, it's completely changed the sound of the voicing enough. This second voicing here sounds enough, like different enough that it's noticeable to your ear and it keeps you interested. And I think that's one of the important things with lo-fi, is not being distracting, but being different enough that it does make a difference. Because if you don't do that, you're going to be listening to the same thing over and over, and people get bored of that. So if we do that for 2, and then we go back to this for the last time, and make this like a little sandwich. So that means we'll play through twice, have that little break in the middle with a low, quiet piano, possibly even do that for 1, but we'll see for now. So it starts like this. This snare needs work, which is what I'm planning to do now. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with some EQ, just to get the right sound that I want, and get rid of some of the sounds that I'm not looking for. So to start, just warning you now, this won't be incredibly interesting, but it's good. To get the right snare tone is important. So we're going to do that, just so I can get the right. Just a little boost there. Kind of, yeah. Let's do some compression. Without. With. Some of the bits that I wasn't a fan of and kind of reforms them a bit. There you go. Okay, right. So that's now I'm getting happier with every time I do something, which is always quite nice. So if we get some maybe vinyl on top of that snare to really change up, or some RC20. Ooh, RC20 would be quite nice on this. Okay, so you can't see the plugins that I'm dragging up. So what I will do, let's not do that now. But in next streams, I'll make it so you can see the plugins I bring up, rather than just seeing my mouse clicking away at things. Because that's a lot of what I do is changing these sort of little settings. I can do that now, so I'm just going to quickly go to another screen while I sort that out. Actually, no, you can see the process, so it's all good. It's all good. So if we just go for a... No. Screen... No, I'll do this another time. But for now, we'll just work on the snare tone. So this is the snare tone. Let's go back to this. That's just the snare tone. And this vinyl noise, we don't want. But what we do want is this vinyl type. So if we go for maybe... Let's go for vinyl too and just get some more. No. So there you go. Okay, so it's not going to do too much doing this, but it's changing the sound enough that it's I'm getting happier with it. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that for now. Yeah, the kick needs some compression as well, so let's do this now while I'm on it. Okay, let's do both kicks. Let's start with this one. Go back to here, stretch this out, and play. There you go. That's really so much better. Because they're now more... Oh, it's better because I'm listening to the other one, which I preferred. That's dry. This with the valve compressor. Compression down. Okay. And then in conjunction with this, and we'll also chuck the valve compressor on here. So this is with, that's without. Just kind of rounds it out. Just changes the sound a bit, which is always quite nice. Now I won't use the valve compressor for this one, but I might get some RC20 on it. More like it. And then okay, right. So now we have the piano, the bass, and the drums all recorded, which sound, I'm happy with the sound of them, to be fair. Piano now, what I'm going to do with it, so that's, I forgot that was just the A section. Right, for this B section, we're going to take some of these aspects and kind of, I feel, if we listen to the B section again, just listen to how the track kind of pulls and see where it takes me.
Sounds gross, but it's the way it works. You have to listen to it until you're sure.
Okay, right, we'll see what the B section sounds like, because it's up the octave. Okay, we need something to help transition there. So, to help transition here, I'm going to do what I love to do, which is a break. So, I'll be using it as a way to kind of break it up as silly as it sounds. So, from here, I'm going to completely cut that chord. So, it'll be like... Okay, no, I'm not going to cut that chord. Sorry, I lied to you. It's just going to sound like this. And this bit. So, here is going to be cut. So, and then there'll be a little bit in here just to fill in. But because that piano ring's on, what I'm going to have to do is go to this volume mixer and just hard cut it here. So it means no volume goes past it, just to completely stop the audio. And then when the next piano comes in, I'll raise it back up to 0. So it'll go like this. No, it's not that harsh. Let's go to that. Nope, way too harsh. There. That's so harsh. Okay, let's not go to there. Okay, yeah. So for now, that sounds like a big jump. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a fill to last the next 3 beats or so. So if we start with the kick for this, just to fill up. Oh, whoops. Oh no. Right, there you go. To fill in this area. And let's go for. Actually, let's not start with a kick. Let's see if I have any good fills in my kit that I found. Let's try this out. Okay. Loops, no. Oops, sorry, that was awful. Oh, some of these are nice there. That's quite a big sweep, that's good. Okay, right. Okay, none of them are exactly what I'm looking for. So, let's look for, back to this toy kit. Nope, this one. See if I can find any, full drums. No. I can't like this one, so if I do a wind down, and then from here, oh, right, cancel that. Let's go to audio track. Let's try this out because I never really used many of these samples. And if I loop that, let's try that. Like, to here. Okay, let's try that. So what I'll have to do is I'm going to put vinyl on here, which is a useful plugin I use quite often by Isotope, and they're good because they take the piano sound, and as you can hear, it is smothered in like a vinyl-y sort of sound, which is awesome because this is it without, which is lovely. Don't get me wrong, but when you do that, there's a bit more to it, unless if you want to completely go with it. But if we go to a maybe 1980s sort of vibe, yeah, let's go with that. Let's do that. Okay, cool. And what's really cool about vinyl is they have a section called spin down. So what I can do is here I can do a spin down. So how that will sound is, I do the spin down over to her so again. Okay, so what I did wrong here was I cut that too early, so that will sound like this. So it goes. Okay, then it goes straight into that high chord. So what I need is some sort of break in between, or possibly bring this back down, because I think that might be the issue. Yeah, so if I want to go up, I'm gonna have to, maybe if I put the bass notes up to, oh gosh, that is awful. That sounds like a horror movie sort of vibe to it. Okay, right, if I just try, let's put them back the octave up. And if I do some movement here, now if I break this chord up and start moving them up, so using the same notes of that chord, if I break them up and do this sort of thing, whereas I can sort of push the scale to go more, to not push the scale but push it, so it means it's more likely to go up to the next like octave, so it's working its way up rather than just jumping. So if I do, let's try that. Jump straight into here. Okay. If I can possibly break this one up as well, just to really push that it's changing. Okay, cool. Let's try that from there. So it's from me. Have I just changed it for everything? I have. That's not fun. Let's go back in here till it's all fixed. Whoops. Forgot. Yeah, right. That's back to normal. Okay, so if I instead I use a filter. EQ filters, okay. Okay, let's go to it. Let's do that, right. So on this one, I'm also going to put, let's put on, let's see how that sounds. No, let's just go with a filter. So if I just drag on an auto filter, and do a cut. Sound is we'll go from this chord, 4 chord to a. So if I go to this, let's just turn it on for a while, just so I can kind of get them. Oh no, that is gross. Let's not do that. That is far too high. So if I, instead of going up the octave, let's do something else. Let's, maybe if I change the voicing a bit more than I have. Because I feel the voicing is not changed enough that it's justified. So, if we go here, this chord here. Or, simple solution, we have another piano. Let's take off the auto filter on both, because I don't personally like the concept of the filter being there. Okay, so this piano will be gone, and I'm going to change the plugin now. So let's go through the key section to see which ones I want. Right, so I've now gone for one of my personal favourite plugins, which is a piano plugin called Labs, which is one of my favourites, because not only is it really, really strong and really, really, like, it's a lovely plugin, it's also free, which is insane. This is the first one I kind of got to and was like, wow, some plugins are strong, because this one is lovely. So we have this piano sound. Let's go to just piano. Why is the mix doing this? So we go from here. Why is it doing that? Okay, let's clear that. Go to here, and so very similar sound. So let's actually change it up more and go for maybe, let's go for like a, See if I have any cool. We're gonna go on a hunt and see if I have any cool piano sounds I could go for. Right, I'm gonna quickly just have a listen through while I quickly do something. Right, sorry, I was responding. Right, okay. So we want to change this piano. There are many options we have. So if we go for maybe... I think we should also put some guitar on this, maybe. So I'll have to tune my guitar and everything, just to maybe reinforce the chords. Because if we're going for A minor, F minor... Right, okay, I can do that. If I find it, I'm going to do that. So for now, let's put... Let's go into here and see if I can find any. No. Maybe this? No, that's a different thing entirely. Different kettle of fish. Let's go for maybe this sweet case. That's quite nice. Just need to be careful with how far I push it. Oh, never mind. It's not working at the moment. If I go back to this piano sound, I can just... If we go back to labs, we can always do more with it. Okay, right. Piano sound. This is the piano sound we're working with. That's definitely not. That's percussion. That made me jump. Okay, and if we do this... I don't know. Right, okay. So let's go back and possibly... Too much reverb. Well, okay, I'm happy with that piano sound for now. Maybe if I... Let's put up the octave, see what sounds... Sorry. Right. Last one, because I love the piano sound. That went up the octave. I just need to remember how I did that. Okay. I feel like if I keep this the same throughout and leave that as a cut, yes, it will keep some repetition there, but I feel like that's a good thing in some sense. So if we keep the piano on its own for now, drums separate, maybe if we need to reinforce the bass. So the bass at the moment's on its own, which although is good in some respects, it needs a bit more sub bass. So at the moment we're gonna grab like a nice, try and find a almost subtle sort of sub bass like that. That's quite subtle. If it's quite subtle, because that's so that's gonna sound like this. So that's gonna come in here with the rest of it. So got 2 each. Right, I am back, and now with a guitar, which I will be using to try and get some guitar sound that I would like to get. Right. Okay, let's go back to the other page. Cool, right. So, to start, let's check if my guitar is in tune. Always a good first step. Which I don't think it is, but let's see if I can hear it. It is, but it doesn't sound great because it's not in tune. So let's get neural DSP. Let's go with the Nolly one because I get let's get. I'm going to cheat now and use a map for it. Okay, right. Guitar. No. Right. Okay, we're going to use a chart just so I understand it better. Because, right, let's get the tone that I was looking for. Because I can also unmute this down. Bring the level down there. Let's not play it like a bass. I've been playing bass for too long. Okay, right. So if we're going for the AF, okay, so this is going to be an interesting progression as I'm not sure what I'm doing entirely. So if I go for, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. No, let's try this. Let's try a finger picking sort of style. No, I think for now we'll try and avoid guitar as I'm still not familiar with it. As nice as it would be to get the piano how I'd, sorry, the guitar how I'd like it. So for now we're gonna just go to bass and leave the guitar as it is for now. Okie dokie, right. Let's plug in the bass then. This time I won't have to disappear for it. I'm just gonna unplug it and get the other one, which is just here, out of view. Oh, just hit it. Okay, right. Okay, this is a bit chunky, a bit heavier than the other one. I always forget this. Okay. Okay, awesome. Right, let's get the bass plug in there, which is dark glass, and then let's play around with it. Because as you can hear, very distorted, which is not what we're going for. So let's go for maybe Nolly Get Good. Take away the distortion. Increase the output. Okay, right, cool. So let's go back to the beginning. This is now bass. Still very quiet. There's not much I can do on the bass. Boost. Let's go for the beginning. Okay, right. We're not going to do live bass today. I'm not ready for that yet. Just stuck as to melody. Let's go for a melody now. That's the route we're taking. We're going to go the melody route. So let's do this, right? Delete the bass. Nice try though. I have to give myself that. So we got we have drums. Let's name them all now. We have 2 snares, I think. Kick 2. Snare. Kick 2, snare, toy snap. Okay, wait a sec. Now let's look for an instrument for the. Let's go for this. Let's go to contact. See if I can get any cool sounds. Taste should do some quite nice instrument. Taking a second, my computer's taking a beating, I'll be honest with you. I'm asking for a lot. Right. Okay, cool. Right, that's loaded. Let's go back. Let's get rid of these. Multis, let's go towards instruments. Let's go towards mute maybe. That's a bass guitar. Oh, that could be quite nice. Let's see what it's like. Not what I'm looking for. Let's go back to the Memoir Piano. Maybe the warm felt. That's kind of what I'm using, I think. Perhaps I use some different keys. If I go let's go to E piano basic maybe. Yeah, that could be quite nice. Like a solo piano thing. Okay, right, cool. Let's go back to the beginning. I love the sound of that. Definitely like, so if I just loop now, I'm going to have to loop the piano just so I can. Okay, let's do it. Okay, I like that. So we go from. Okay, I missed my entry, but I'll go with this. Sorry. Make sure that's all in time. It's a very slight quantize because we want to try and avoid it. But if we go for current grid and just go for like 30%, that's why we need to do a bit so we can avoid them sort No, I don't like that. No. I'm gonna stop playing the right. Oh, I could play using the APC one. If I go for the APC, which is an ugly sort of steel hand drum sort of sound, like this. to ambient. Let's go for keys. Okay, so I feel like as this is fresh, I'm still having some struggle with it, so might transfer to another project because I need to remake an old song. So for now, I might leave this one. But while we're listening through, just have a quick thing in case I can find any other like sort of sounds I like. But I might get in contact with a guitarist I know who I worked with before, Albie Baxter, as you know him, and contact him and see if he is willing to maybe put some melody over this. Because at the moment I'm struggling for a melody because I don't want to fit any more keys in here. Like piano, there is too many keys, so it'd be quite nice to get maybe a guitar over the top. So I'll have to chat with him. But for now, I'm going to have to. I think for now I'm going to leave this one where it's at. So I'm going to save it. Right, I haven't even named it yet. Oh no, we've got it Lilac. I'm going to call it Lilac and Co. And put that in my Unit 13 folder. Right, cool. Let's put this over to is it just a camera? There's not. So I'm just going to leave it there for now while I quickly move over and sort it all out. But, yep, this is my MIDI controller I use for everything. So what this does is literally just transfers the piano, like the notes I press, into notes that come out. So this is the next set that we're going to be doing. Need to quickly throw something onto the master channel so you can hear it. Because if I click play now, you're not going to hear a thing. So let's start by doing that. Just need to find it. There you go. Raise from saddle. Bam. Cool. Lovely. Right, you should be able to hear this now. There you go. As you know, this is a track that I've worked on before. Some of you may know it if you keep up with any of our stuff. I say some of you may know it. You probably haven't, but if you do, you know it's good, but with a bad bass line. I think that's my main dread with this track is the bass line is just awful. Because I made this when before I finished the first year of college. I think it might have been like the first few months, but the bass line for this like lovely sort of calm feel is like just this gross sort of finger style sort of. I'll just show you how it looks like. Literally every single individual beat, it was not nice. So I'm gonna redo the bass line entirely. But I'm also gonna change some things. So I might change the keys. So I might make them the native instruments piano I was just using, or something along those. So I might go for like the concert grand, which is quite nice. It's a lovely piano. So it sound closer to this. Oh yeah. So that means it gives it so much more airiness, which I think is lovely for this slow track. And then I'm thinking for this definitely could do with some work. Oh, it's very reminiscent. Ironic how it's called Mixed Memories. So that's lovely. I'm very happy with that piano sound. That is awesome. Okay, and to reinforce that, I'm going to add some more keys, some more chords from here onwards. Possibly. How long is it? Okay, so I'm going to add keys from there. So for the keys, I'm probably going to use this sweet case, which is not working. I just remembered. Annoying. So does it work at all? I don't think it works at all at the moment, which is quite sad. Wait, does it? Let's try that. No, it doesn't work at all at the moment, which is sad, but I have different sounds I can use, which is what this whole keys thing's for. I feel like if I use maybe this Rhodes, I can mess with it and make it sound like I want, which is a lot of what I do. Right, let's put it back to, sorry, I've just realised I've left it in the wrong one. There you go. Much better. So, okay, if I start by doing this. Take out some of the frequencies I do not want. So if I bring the volume back up, there you go. So this will go from this sort of sound, which is lovely. I'm very, very happy with it. I'm going to keep it nice and simple for now, and I can always come back and mess around with it and like mold it to what I would like it to be. But for now, I think I'm going to stick with maybe let's go back to the one I used before, because then it keeps it more consistent throughout the EPs. So then this one sound. Probably need to bring that down an octave. Shoot, sorry. Oh, shoot. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do a movement, which will be quite nice. I'm going to add another note before it's okay. Yeah, like a little bit more movement, but not too much. And then for here, we'll do a semitonal sort of little walk up. Yeah, okay. And for here, we're going to do a semitonal walk down, which will be lovely. So it'll be like this sort of movement, going down to the B. So it'll be so from here. Okay, what we're gonna have to do is zoom in more. I'm gonna half all of them, so that means they last less time, because I want them only as passing notes, and if it's any longer, they will they'll be dissonant. Sorry, I've only just seen your message. Yeah, I'll make sure to do another stream on that, or another, like, I'll let you know basically about the other one, but I'm working with someone else on that, and I'm hopefully gonna get some more melody. But this one, this was for my first EP, the first track, and I've been meaning to kind of remix it, so I'm kind of just working on it now and kind of getting the right sounds, because I'm gonna have to come back to it eventually. But yeah. Needed movement. Right, nice. What's the rundown like? Okay, no. What I'm doing wrong is I'm not putting it before the beat, I'm doing it on the beat, where I want it like this. So go. Yeah. And then it goes back to this. Again, back to here. And if I bring, no, let's do that for now. Okay, so it starts. I love the piano sound. I'm really happy with this one. Wait, 2 seconds. Okay, right, I just realized I was a bit quiet, so I've turned myself up. If it's too loud, just let me know. But I realized that the music was much louder than me, so you can really hear it. But that should be the problem sorted. So just let me know if anything's wrong, and I will go back and fix it. But for now, we'll go back to this. I need to change this bass tone a lot. Right, I think it's also, yeah, the velocity of it. Okay, I like how they come together. Nice. Maybe if I bring that a bit ahead, kind of just. Okay, this is very stepwise. So you see how these are all like lining up with the grid? If I do that, yes, it's in time, but it'll be a bit robotic and not as much. There's a level that you kind of want. Yeah, there you go. A bit more da 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 da, but they're all the same size. So if I do that, yeah, they like kind of falls a bit more. There you go. I forget what this one is. Let's find out. I will never know. This is why you label things. So let's start labeling things. This is what I've learned. One thing that I definitely learned recently, when I'm making tracks, is definitely like get the right names and everything. So if you miss a plugin or you lose something, you know. Like this is nothing, but I now know that it was a melody because it's got the same one, but that's only because it's also pink. That's why color coding is also quite useful. This was, I think this was a strings, if I remember. So let's listen to the original, which hopefully won't be like flagged or anything by YouTube automatically, but we'll see. I own it, so I can always figure it out. But yeah, this one. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know what this is. I think it might be strings. I'll try strings, but if it doesn't work, I will take it out. But for now, let's go for... Let's get out of this folder. This folder's gross. It's not very organized. This one's much better. Let's go for contact. And then let's get the taste strings from Audio Ollie. Orchestral strings. That's a full ensemble. I just want like a... That's guitar, uke. Not what I'm looking for really. So if I go to maybe Spitfire Audio is a good choice. They got the BBC Symphony Orchestra, which is lovely. There's some lovely sounds in here. So if you need some, it's a good place to check. But I'll come back. I'll do the other one another day. Okay, this Symphony Orchestra is currently broken. That's even nicer. I need to fix that again. A lot of my plugins have recently broken. I installed something like another plugin and it's just messed with them all. So for now, what am I going to do for that? Let's go to Labs. Labs might have nice strings. Never mind. Labs is also broken. I think I picked the wrong Labs. If that's how that works, that's not the nicest way to do it. Okay, the other Labs might be broken. This Labs works. I know that because I was using it earlier. There you go. That's weird. I didn't know that was a thing. So if we go for a violin, Let's go there. No, it's not a string sound I want, really. Oh, there you go. The string's long. Okay. If I then go here and just see what this is. Yeah, I'm sure things down a lot in the mix. It's harshly panned. Let's get a sound to reinforce the melody. So at the moment we have this interesting sort of steel pan, I want to say, which is sort of the vibe for the track, which I love, to be fair. I just really enjoy this track. I think it's the fact that this was the first track I made to be released that I thought it was quite, I feel like it's quite impactful on me. So, right, let's go for the... Sorry, they're playing FIFA downstairs. They're quite loud. Let's go for the warm felt, and then together they'll sound like this. And in context, it's a very quiet piano. Wait, where's the... Oh, I've got an actual bass line I wrote. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. That actually sounded kind of cool. I noticed there was bass. I forgot I wrote that. But yeah, I played this on the actual bass guitar. Yeah, it needs to be recorded again, but I can get around to that. If we then group these three, because they're all bass, into a bass track. Group tracks. Why did it all go to that color? That's kind of annoying. It's fine. What's that? Okay, that's that. Like, it's like the color of Perry the Platypus. It's quite cool. Un platypus? Perry the Platypus. They're the chords. So yeah, definitely worth just going around and just getting everything written down. It makes life so much easier. So I'll just keep this playing while I do that. Melody. That bass needs some work, which I'll do now. Melody. Violin. This bass needs some work. Right. Mixing. Channel EQ. Highs. Take out a chunk of those. this recording, but I can do it. Yeah, definitely needs to be re-recorded, but for now, it's fine. Let's go for a door cassette as well on it. Okay, let's not put door cassette on it. Let's just keep the bass quite clean, but maybe the melody, this melody could do with maybe a door cassette. No, oh, nice, cool. This one, if I go here and put this door cassette on, when I do this, then you have that tape sound, which is lovely, alongside these two. It's the piano. Sorry, not the piano. This is like the ambience. This is now a bit too loud. I don't know how I feel about this violin in particular. Let's put the door cassette on I did the wrong one. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, you can hear that definitely needs to be re-recorded, but I will get around to that, of course. Right, once I've sorted this violin, I will probably stop for the evening. But who knows? Let's go to the nice plugins. There you go. Maybe a multi-band EQ. Right. Let's go. Maybe let's go for the 3-band EQ. Let's do that. Yeah, there you go. Lovely. Nice and easy, this one. Sorry. Yeah. Do that. Just cut all the misses in a bit. The violin, there's a lot of something. Let's just go that. This rain sound needs work though. Let's change that. I have a better rain sound. They are so loud. That's always fun. Right. Let's go with a different one. Lo-fi stuff, right? There you go. This is the rain effect that I love because I caught it out. I got this one outside my window, so I just spent about what was this, like 3 minutes just dangling out my window, getting the the sound I wanted. Take off the warp. Yeah. There you go. Right, and then we'll drop the bit we want. Just leave this bit here. somewhere. So if I go in between the big spikes, so maybe here. Maybe, oh wait, there's a better one here. Here. Right, let's try that. Lovely. That's lost all what I did, but it's fine. I can pretty quickly. Not those I wanted. There's noticeable, so let's do that. Because that's the thing with the render, you don't want it to be too noticeable when it loops, if you're going to loop it. Like how this one will go quite well. Yeah, just do that throughout the whole track. If I do it like that, and then when it's all together, it's done. There you go. That's quite nice. Okay. Oh, hello there, Average. Right, you've come at a bad time. I'm closing it off. Listen to this, and then I'm going to come off for the evening because I've started a track. Space is going down. Started a track, got that quite far. Got this one to a point where I'm happier with it, but I still need to record the bass. I should write this down. I'll write this down in a minute once I'm done. But I need to re-record the bass, finish off, like add more to it, of course. Finish the other track as well, which is a massive necessity. But for now, I'm happy with it. So for the rest of the track, I'm just gonna shut up and let it play, and then ask you guys for any feedback, I guess. In that 2 minutes, I've realised that I definitely need to add more in this middle section because it feels very samey. But yeah. So on that note, any feedback, I'll wait a minute. I'll give you a minute, guys, to just get feedback. But at the moment, I'm kind of happy with where it is at the moment, and I'm gonna kind of leave it, I think, for now, and come back to it another day, and see what else I can do. But yeah, so there was this one, and Average, who just joined. I'll show you the other one while I'm here. Just right. Oh, thank you very much. That made me jump, if I'm honest. Right, and the other one was this. Just realised it's been soloed, so you've missed all the bass. It's fine. This is the track so far. There's more to happen. I need to fix up the drums, but It's not sounding too bad. So this is the other track I worked on. I plan to do this with another finish this off and like produce this fully with another producer called Stray, who's done an array of different tracks. So it'll be interesting. Their drums are like something that I like. I'm jealous of. They're good. So yeah, this is I think will be the third or fourth track of the album. It's not done, but I think this is what it's going to turn out to be, unless it's used elsewhere, but we'll have to find out. It's kind of that for now. But yeah, so that's all I've got done, which I think's been rather productive, and I'm really happy with that. And yeah, I will. I guess I'm leaving that there. But thank you, those of you who sat there for the whole time. I really appreciate it. And I will bid you all adieu, and I will stream another day, I guess, and you can always tune in. But yeah, thank you for coming. I really enjoyed it, to be honest. That was good fun, very productive. So yeah, thank you for coming.